Hey everybody, welcome to Drive-Thru Review 804. Today we're going to take a look at Flip 7. This is a game that came out last year from the Op. I was just looking at the designer, game designed by Eric Olson, who I've not heard of until this moment. And this is a game that I've been playing off and on for the last little bit. And a very simple game, and I think it got quite a bit of buzz last year. I think it showed up on some end of year, best of lists. And I figured I've been playing this enough and actually reached out to them for a copy. They sent it to me. And so let's show you the game. It's very, very simple. And then I'll kind of come back and give you my kind of evolving thoughts on the game. Because just spoiler, I didn't really care for it at first. And then the more I played it, the more I've liked it. So I'll explain that in more detail at the end. But I'll show you how the game works. Okay, so Flip 7 is a pretty simple and direct game. You get this little box, you get the rules, and you get a stack of 200 cards here. So we're just going to play through a quick round here. If you're not familiar with the game, let's say we got 3 players. Each player is going to be dealt 1 card to start, like so. Okay, so you have here 2 types of cards. You've got numbers and you've got these special like action cards. There are in the deck 12 12s, 7 7s, 8 8s, 9 9s, 5 5s, and so on. And then there's a whole mess of these kind of action cards here. Now, we're going to go around the table. The idea is to get to 200 points first. So we're just going to go around. So everybody's been dealt a card. I'm going to say hit me. Okay, this is an action card. We're going to keep that. Second chance. He's going to say hit. He's also got a 7. He's going to say hit. So now, okay. Now at this point, this player has 20 points, 12 plus 8. This player has 7 plus 4. This is important that this is separate from these normal cards. This player has 7 plus a second chance. So everybody's feeling pretty good. This guy's probably a little bit nervous because remember I said there's 12 12s, and the reason he's nervous is because if you are ever dealt a duplicate card, which should be easy for me to find in here, if he's dealt a 12, he busts. So if you ever have a copy of a normal number card, then you bust, all your cards go away, and you're out for that round. You scored 0 points. You can have duplicates of these action cards, that's no problem. Although there's a little caveat with the second chance. So then it's okay, oh, we're good. So he's going to say hit, he's going to say hit. Okay, feeling pretty good. He's going to say hit. He's feeling great. He's going to say hit. So now at this point, you don't have to say hit. You can say, I'm out. This guy might feel a little bit nervous. He's got a 12, 7, and 9, plus 4. So he's got 16, 25, 32 points. I think that's right. And so he's out. So he's going to bank his 32 points, and you write that down. There's a little scoring piece of paper you can download there. You can use some kind of scoring app or just any piece of paper. So he's going to go out. He's going to keep going because he's got a second chance. So what happens is, oh, look, he busts. He can say, okay, forget about that. I'm going to discard my second chance. Then I can go again. But he probably will. Well, maybe he'll go. And then he's going to keep going. He's probably should stop now. But let's see how far he goes. Because if you ever have 7 different numbers, we're at 5 here. Oh, is this okay? Here's a flip 3. That means you play this card on somebody. So if you ever get a second chance, you have to give the second chance to somebody else, unless you're the only one left. If you get a flip 3, you've got to target somebody with it, and then they have to flip 3 cards off the top of the deck. Well, you're the only player left, so this guy's probably going to bust. So, oh, he busts on the 4, which is terrible. You would stop now, but let's say he didn't draw the 4, and he drew that. Okay, what was the other card he drew? See, okay, 6. So he's got 3, 6, 7 cards. So you have to stop if you have 7 different of these, and you get a plus 15. So in this case, he would add up all these. I'm not going to do it. Plus 15 plus the 6 here. And then you just deal out again, and the dealer goes around the table, and you keep playing until somebody gets to 200 on that round, and then you'll add up all of the points from everybody at the end of the game. So I'm just going to show a couple of the other action cards. I think I got to most of them. Yes, except for these 2 here. So there's some other pluses, and then there's also a multiplier, which is really handy. And there's also a freeze, which again, this is one that you would play on somebody else. You could play it on yourself if you want. But if you're the only one left, you'd have to. But if you freeze somebody, they basically are frozen. They stop where they're at. They're not drawing any more cards. So if somebody is kind of running away with the leader, it's sometimes a good idea to play a flip 3 or a freeze on them to try to get them to stop or to bust. And that's it. That's the whole game. You just keep playing. Somebody hits 200 points. You stop it at that round. Add up everybody's points. If there's multiple people over 200, whoever has the most wins. Okay, so that is Flip 7. Let's just do my pillars of review. This says it takes 20 minutes. I would say that's probably on the high side. And it says it plays 3+ players. I thought I read it was you should play it up to 7 players, but the box doesn't say that. I could be making that up. Player count. I'm trying to think of the player counts I played. I have played it with 3, and I think I've played it with up to 5. That's a guess. Like I said, I played it off and on in the last few months. I don't think I've played it with more than 5 though. And I'd say it works great at all the 3, 4, and 5 anyway, player counts. I don't think it would play any better or worse. I don't think you'd want to, this is 3+. I don't know if you'd really want to play it, with like 16 people or something. You'd be kind of bored a little bit. It's just, there's diminishing returns with the number of players because you'd be waiting for your turn to come around, But I've seen the game take way less than 20 minutes. I mean, once you get it and you kind of feel the flow of it, people are really quick to hit or stay. It's no big deal. It goes really fast. There's not like a lot of variation to the game. Which brings me to my last sort of pillar or point, which is what is this game like, which is kind of my little touchy-feely part of the review. And I got to say, when I first played this, it had like a lot of kind of hype at that moment. And I was like, I don't know about it. This is okay. It's fine. It's a good kind of filler game and time waster. But the level of hype at the time, the level of people going, God, this is just, there's always like one little game every year that everybody's like, this is, I don't know, the descending light of the pillar game of 2024 or 2025 or whatever. And most of the time it's with good reason, and I think with this it's for good reason. But when I played it the first couple of times, I was like, yeah, it's good. It's fine. But the thing that I think makes it good, and to be fair, I don't really pay that much attention to other reviews. I could kind of get a general sense, not because I'm stuck up or anything. It's just like I don't want to color up my own review brain. So there's a part where I kind of pull the cord on something, because I do watch reviews or read reviews here and there. There's a couple people I really like, probably like you guys, if you like me or you feel like you understand my taste and how our tastes kind of are compatible or not. There's people that I, on my side that I have that, and I'm like, okay, Charlie over there, Billy over there, I really like how they think about games, so probably is a good shot I'd like it if they did, or I'd understand it if I wouldn't, based on what they write, or say. And so for me, I didn't get into much of why that it was hyped. I just knew it was hyped. That's my point for that whole preamble. And the thing is, after, a couple of plays, it clicked. I was like, okay, I get it. I get it now. Because the interesting thing about this, and I'm going to try to put good words to it, is there is a real kind of F you, screw you, push your luck kind of aspect to the game, where you got to have table talk to get the game. Because invariably, somebody's going to just bust. I'm going to get dealt a 12 to start the round, and then I'm going to get a 12. And that's going to suck. And it has happened to me. And it's like, okay, yeah. And then there's 2 other people across the side of the table having an exciting part of the round. But then the luck's going to kind of swing around a little bit both ways. And like I said, for us, it takes a lot quicker than 20 minutes. And so you can play it a couple of times back to back. And so the important part of the game for me is the smack talk that happens. And the fact that you always want to target Billy because Billy's in the lead. And you got to make sure, that you attack him with the freeze cards and the flip 3s and all this kinds of stuff. And there are some interesting moments where, because of the nature of the game and how it works, it's a 200 card deck, right? And there's 12 12s. But there's only 12 cards like it in the 200 card deck. So the chances are, if you get a 12, you're going to, the psychological sort of calculus in there is don't flip it. You got a 12 and 11, don't flip it. Because now you've got, depending on how many cards have been dealt out, you can kind of watch a little bit. So you start to go, oh, those 12s are really good. And then you can start to ride, the lightning a little bit and really try to push your luck and catch back up. So as the game kind of goes like that, it becomes a fun aspect where it has like kind of a Russian roulette sort of feel to it, right? Where but you're seeing the bullets. You have a lot more control over things in this than you do Russian roulette, because if you bust out in a round, you get to play another round. So it has that aspect of it where you truly try to push and push and push. And then because of those little action cards that are sort of sprinkled in there, you can use those at opportune times to shut somebody down or whatever, or have it totally blow up spectacularly in your face. And that's always fun too, because if you get, it's not even that bad. Like, the only thing that sucks is like if you get a 12 and then you get down to 12, and then that sucks. But if you're riding it, even if you're down in the game and you got like 5 cards and like, man, if I catch up, I get the extra and I get a bonus and all that, and then it blows up on your 7th card, still that's fun. Like, that event is fun. That's a cool event. Everybody's laughing at you or you're laughing at whoever. You know, it's great. So that's the part of the game where, because you can sit there and talk about it, and it's one of those where like we'll just talk the deck. I'll say, nah, yeah, there's, I don't know, I think there's still a lot of 12s in there. Meanwhile, I know there's like 5 of them already out, you know, because we're halfway through the deck. And you know, so you can play around with that aspect of it, and then again, watching somebody's kind of cook it up a little bit in there, and then boom, it explodes in their face, or, you know, great, it's a great comeback and it's a great story. So anyway, it's so simple, and it's very hard to just talk about like, oh, card count is an interesting mechanic, but you know, it really, really works in this game, and I kind of understand the hype. So if you have a chance to add this to your collection or try it out, I would, because it's super cheap, and it's just one of those that's fun, and it's sort of, after you play it a couple times, give it a couple plays, and then it's something that you're going to kind of carry that little meta in the back of your brain. You know, next time you're at a game night, you're waiting for Billy to show up, you got like 15 minutes. This is easy to break it out, and then you're going to be right back in that moment again from where you were last time you played it. So anyway, Flip 7, thanks.